Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Sethum and welcome back to another Raid Shadow Legends video. Today I'm going to be playing some Raid Shadow Legends. Obviously that's what the title suggests, but I wanted to show you something. Skill of Drakes. I wanted to show you something with this character. She does not wear anything underneath her, whatever this thing is, around her waist. How do I know that? Because out of my curiosity when looking at the character, I noticed it. So you have to kind of zoom in. But yeah, there's she likes to air it out. Let's put it that way. So I don't know. Yeah, you can, if you're on the full screen or big screen, you can totally see what I mean. Don't believe me? Have a look for yourself. Obviously, I need to be careful with the monetization aspect of the game and videos. I don't really want to get demonetized. In terms of her skills, I don't know if there's anything really all that special. But this is one of the legendaries we're meant to get after X amount of days. So we're kind of close to that. People will be getting that. So I thought I might as well kind of show this out. I think the other thing I need to do and sort of focus on is to, of course, get closer to getting myself an arbiter. That would totally help. I'm going to do Fire Knight stage 20 now. This is a very interesting team composition that I'm using here, simply because these are sort of kind of geared for this, if that makes sense. I mean, they can auto it, although time will vary. So it can render, or it can be between 6 minutes and sometimes 10 minutes or over. So we'll see how long this takes. So that's one of the little things that I need to do to get close to completing that section of the missions. And as you can see, the team does have the ability to deal with the waves fairly efficiently and effectively, I would say. But what I need to look at is I need to set up a team that is or has the ability to do a lot of turn meter manipulation and a lot of stuns and stuff like that. So I'll have to redesign the team for this particular run just so I can consistently do this at a fast pace. I mean, I'm grateful that I can do it, and I could probably farm this like overnight and just wake up next day and come to it and decide what I want to keep from the stuff that I got from the farm run and stuff like that. But ideally, I want to do this a bit quicker, so we'll see what time I get. As you can see, first wave down, not a problem whatsoever. If we do lose a champion at any given point, we do have a revive and a tiny little heal. So I'm letting this do its own thing. There we go. There's our revive and heal. We should be getting a... Ooh. This is potentially going to make it longer. We'll see. I will get through this wave, in all honesty, on all full auto, without me intervening in any way. It's when we get to the boss, when he puts his shield up. If I can use turn meter manipulation to keep his turn meter from going up, or to consistently bring it down, then that'll make a big difference. Now I do have a Lich, and he does remove turn meter completely. Then there's the Cold Heart, which does that. There's the Rosin character that does that. Valkyrie reduces turn meter, as does Tomb Lord. So maybe that's something to look at. You know, I'm thinking if I get it right, maybe I'll remove Duchess from here. That, I don't know. We'll see. I'll have to play around with team comps. The only reason I've not done it so far is because I've not actually looked at how I'm going to gear them up. And then obviously there's a little issue of masteries, which I still need to farm. So we'll see how long this lasts. Other than that, I hope you guys are doing okay. Obviously, COVID-19 is still a thing. Countries are still slowly coming out of lockdown. I cannot wait for things to open up, and especially the gym. I do miss the gym, personally speaking. And not that I'm a health freak or anything, but I did feel a lot better, a lot healthier when I did go to the gym. So personally speaking, I miss that. And there's also that situation in America with all the riots. I hope you guys are okay. Stay safe. That's my advice. I suppose don't get involved in any rioting and stuff like that. Yeah, I like to know that I'm safe. I'm boring like that. I understand why all that stuff's happening, and I hope changes come from it, positive, hopefully. We're hoping for positive changes all the time. There we go. So, as you can see, the problem is he consistently puts his shield up. Now, if he didn't put his shield up, and I could prevent that from happening, that would be so freaking cool, because he wouldn't last very long. What makes him last long is when he puts his shield up, he heals, and we then have to go through the whole process of getting his shield down, doing the damage. Obviously, we have to do more damage than he heals. So that's where the problem is. Now, sometimes when this team syncs up really well with this particular boss, they can do him fairly quick. Other times, it can be fairly lengthy. So it's not really a perfect team for this dungeon. However, they are able to consistently farm this boss, which is one thing I'm really happy about. I think the only one that I need to work on is getting to Dragon 20, and I'm stuck, Spiders 20, and I'm currently stuck on 90. Not that I've tried anything special, to be honest. And you know how in my previous video I said I have some legendary tomes. I think, unless I get something better, I'm probably going to end up using those tomes on Rosin, because he does have a defense down and weaken. So that, a defense down and weaken? What? He's got a good combination of debuffs that I could do with him applying consistently. I want to say, I feel like he's got a weaken. I don't really know his skill set because I haven't really used Rosin, although I should probably use him a bit more. But because he doesn't always apply them due to him having, I think, a 70% chance of applying that set of debuffs. So that's 70% per each debuff. I don't tend to use them because of that. So I find or think that once I get him back up and get him to do those debuffs 100% of the time, I will start using him a lot more. Plus, he's got a complete turn meter removal skill, so that's going to be useful. And so once I get Rosin up, I'm thinking he's going to go into the Spiders team as well as into the team for this particular dungeon. I can see the uses for that. So the other thing I can do probably would be to have a Cold Heart in here. The only issue I would have with Cold Heart is that they are very, very weak. So the only way to do that, then I would need some sort of stun freeze, something like that, so that the waves don't get a chance to hit Cold Heart. Otherwise, she'll probably be taken out with one shot. I mean, as you can see, we're slowly taking him down. It's just going to be a very long one. I was hoping this would be a bit shorter, but I guess I just have to make do with what I have. Yeah, and the accuracy is another thing I need to do. So I do need to work on being able to consistently farm Spiders 20 so I can get the banners. We do need lots of accuracy banners. See, that skill that sets off the bombs would have been a lot more useful now. As you can see here, Tomb Lord does decrease turn meter. I do like that. I think Tomb Lord is pretty cool. I like him. He's quite underrated, but he is pretty cool. I do also have a Stag Knight, so I might end up using the Stag Knight and building up my Stag Knight. I should really be using my Stag Knight. But I like the fact... Well, I mean, I would like a Dracomorph, right? And I suppose because I don't have one, my answer to not having a Dracomorph is to use Tomb Lord because I have him. And so that's kind of the logic behind it. So we should now get Mr. Kaimar back up fairly soonish. See, every round that Kaimar's down is a loss of damage. So really, I want the game to get Kaimar up as quick as possible. And I suppose through the fact that one of my characters is dying, I get a chance to apply the continuous heal from Duchess for 2 turns on all of my characters. So it gives them a heal, which is always useful. 9 minutes already. Oh, wow. I guess this one's going to be like that then. It's going to be a very long one. So completely out of sync with each other. Completely out of sync with the boss. It's... yeah. This is looking like a nightmare. But as you can see, I'm not really... apart from it being very, 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 very long, I'm not really challenged by this boss's difficulty. So that means I can farm him consistently. It's just, instead of sitting here and watching this for however long it takes for my team to actually get through it, I find it better to do it at night when I'm asleep, and the game can just do the work for me. We're nearly there. Just another 10 minutes, and that's my video. I'm sorry, I didn't know it'd take this long. I was hoping it'd be shorter, but it is what it is. It'd be nice to have more turn meter reduction. I think Valkyrie does a turn meter reduction as well. There we go. That's that done. That is perfect. Xavier did a lot of damage. Again, she didn't sync up her bomb detonation, her poison detonation, with the Fire Knight having his shield down, which is one of the things that made a big difference in the time. So yeah, if I'm going to do that mission, I'm going to focus on the 20th stage. I think, well, I've got some clan boss keys. I could do that. Might as well use up the clan boss keys before I get the second one. Yeah, so that's in 4 hours. Nightmare. I will do so I've used 2 keys here. I can do Nightmare again. I was thinking of going on hard or something like that, but the rewards there aren't as great as on these bosses and or clan boss versions, and I do want to try and get better rewards either in the form of shards or gear and stuff like that. At the moment, the stuff, the vast majority of the gear that drops from the clan boss that I have tend to be about like 4 stars, maybe 5 stars. So I need to get that to or to be able to farm 6-star gear from the clan boss. There we go. Plenty of dots up. Normally we don't last very long in this one because of things that I'm changed about in the team. So currently speaking, on this difficulty, I actually do a lot less damage than my previous team, which I think was what, Valkyrie, Rush Guard the Tower. I used Whisper for damage. Kale for dot stroke damage. Yeah, I can't remember which one was the other one. And Duchess. And they did about 11, 12 million, something like that. I do a lot less with this, but this is a transitional team. So that's what's there to bear in mind. Plus, I did get some extra keys. I can't remember how I got them. So sort of, that's it. It was a daily login reward. So I might as well use those up because I'm just going to sit there and not do anything for me. And who knows, I might get lucky when the rewards get given and get something decent. Most likely not, but like even the very little amount of gems that we get from doing the regular clan boss, the clan boss, even that's helpful. because it stacks up with the 15 daily gems from the gem mine. So that's what, 25. Then you do your daily, that's another what, 10 gems. That's like what, 35 a day. They do stack up. Plus I do always buy the monthly gem pack, so that kind of gives us another what, maybe 2,000 gems. That's my principle for getting gems. That's what I work with. We'll see how we do here. I really like Manaya. I really want to find a use for her. As a healer, she is amazing. She doesn't have a revive, but if she did, that would make her god tier. She doesn't need to do a lot of damage. And the thing is, she can hit pretty hard too. She can totally hit very hard. But her skill is, as a healer, to be honest. There is the block damage. And you know, she has a skill that heals by 10,000. When you look at it, it's a fixed number. It doesn't right off the bat look like it's a lot, or that it would make a big difference, but it does actually. It really helps, and like having continuous heal up is really good. Which is another one that I would like to have as a character would be Bad L. That guy is freaking amazing, especially for dungeons. I mean, if I got a Bad L and a Dracomorph, I would build them out for dungeons. They would massively change everything that I do and how I do it in the game, especially when it comes to farming dungeons. I would love a Bad L as well as a Dracomorph. Those are the two. Maybe a Venus. I feel like a Venus would be nice. I'm not that big of a fan of the arena. I'll farm it from time to time just for the dailies. If I have extra arena tokens, I'll use them up. Stuff like that. That's basically all that I focus on. Although I should probably focus more on the arena, because I do need to upgrade my keep by a lot more to actually increase my champion's performances. We're coming up on 8 million damage right now. Well, actually, we passed 8 million damage. If I get 10 million damage, I'm happy. If I get over 10 million damage on this run, I'm very happy. So here's to hoping that I get at least 10 million damage. Things can end up pretty quick. We are pretty much on the 20th turn. And from this point forward, the boss does like to hit like a truck. Okay, let's see how things will end up looking. There goes Roshgar the tower. And of course lost Mr. Tomb Lord. I got 10 million damage. That's okay. It's what I tend to do for this stage of the clan boss anyways. At least with this current team composition. Although I should be ashamed of myself, I should do better. But I don't play this game as frequently as other people do. I do have to go between a variety of games, so, and this one is a very grind game as well. So Cult Brawler did really good. I think I would like to keep him in the clan boss team as a damage dealer and focus more on his ability to do damage. That's something to work on. Yeah. Like even Manaya, I mean, she doesn't have any debuff, anything on her skill or on her attacks or on her skills to do that extra bit of damage, but she does hit pretty decent. Valkyrie has poisons on her set, so that helps her with damage. Of course, Valkyrie will be removed once I set up, but yeah, this is what I'm currently doing. So I'm doing a Nightmare. I cannot wait to try out Ultra Nightmare. I've played around with it. It helped with taking down the Nightmare boss. Used a ton of keys for that, so I can access Ultra Nightmare, but I just find it's a waste of keys at this point in time for me. What am I going to do next? I've got these things. I did have to empty out my inventory of stuff, of gear. So I've got some stuff there that I need to remember to use before they run out. So this is my Great Hall. Shameful, I know, but I will work at it at some point in the future, maybe. Not maybe, I'll have to. And with all that, I think I should end up the video here. It has been fairly long enough. I don't want to make it any longer than this. It is a very grindy game. I do hope that you guys have enjoyed it. I hope you guys are staying safe out there. Lots of crazy stuff happening in the world. And if you have enjoyed this video, please don't forget to support me in the channel by hitting that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and haven't already for more similar content from myself. And if you have just subscribed, why not check out some of my other videos and guides here on this channel? Who knows, you might just enjoy them. And don't forget to hit that bell icon so that you get notified when I upload new videos and content to the channel. Also, for those interested, you can always find me on the Sethtopia Discord. Links to this, of course, you can find down below in the video's description, as well as in a pinned comment from myself. Until next time, stay safe, folks.